I told you, you're not welcome here. You're not welcome anywhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is finally officially Deadpool Day and Wolverine. And I just want to talk about something. So there's a specific scene in the trailer, and I think we really have to go over it because I think we may have cracked the code on what exactly Wolverine did or why he's so depressed and he seems lost. Let's get into the video.
Is that what you said when your world went to
So essentially what happens is we're watching the Deadpool trailer and we're getting a really weak, kind of like pathetic Wolverine at the beginning where Deadpool's trying to recruit him or whatnot, as Paradox says. Essentially goes along the lines of like, this Wolverine let his whole universe down. Or here, let me show you real quick.
This Wolverine let down his entire world.
And essentially what seems like the basis is Wolverine let down his whole universe, whether or not he lost his X-Men, whatever, because once we see that part of the trailer, we then see tombstones and Wolverine drops to the ground. I'm assuming all of the X-Men in that world died. I mean, it kind of tells you, but then we get this hint from Deadpool, which has me think kind of like the same thing, and I'm getting a very much vibes from, have you guys ever read Old Man Logan? So real quick before I show you the next part, Old Man Logan is essentially Logan, he's in a wasteland, it's in the future, and essentially there's a part where he's with his family and he's all happy and he swore to give up the whole, like, he would never, bring his claws back out because with the help of Mysterio put this trap over his mind where he killed all the X-Men. So essentially the Hulks are coming, they're like, you owe us money for this month, and he's like, well, I don't have the money right now, please come back in 2 weeks and I'll get you more. And he goes on a mission with like Hawkeye, and he comes back early with the money, double the money, and the Hulks killed his whole family because they were bored. And then Hulk pops out the claws, kills them all, fights Bruce Banner. Bruce Banner eats him in a scene, which is epic, but you gotta watch it. Honestly, it's such a great series, and I feel like they're kind of going this route where Wolverine kind of feels like everything is his fault. He's all down to earth. There's no one left for him, and everybody's against him. But anyways, let's get back into this.
Want to talk about what's haunting you, or should we wait for a third act flashback?
Now, I think that line right there is very important. But real quick, here's a picture of the Hulk chair, which has me more to think about the whole Old Man Logan thing, how it's kind of tying into like the wastelands and whatnot. But anyways, I want to reiterate the fact that Emma Corrin, Cassandra Nova, I don't know if her name is Emma Corrin. I think I might have just butchered that, but it's Cassandra Nova. She is the sister of Professor X, or at least that's what she is in the comics. She's not really, she's a parasite, but she has the same powers as him, which means she's a telepath. So, once again, where he just said, or do we need a third act flashback? I think she's going to put that into Logan's mind and he's going to have to relive it, because I can't remember what Scooper was saying today, that essentially she's dark, twisted. Alex did say something too. He said something along the lines of, here's what you got to know about Cassandra Nova. She's clever. She's sadistic. She's got a very dark sense of humor. She's very effing dangerous. She will not hesitate to kill you or your favorite. She's a really big threat to the multiverse. So I'm assuming at some point in time, she puts that memory into Logan's head. So he's reliving it, where essentially we see that whether or not, he went off somewhere and his X-Men died. Maybe she came and killed them, or maybe like he killed them all after being drunk at a bar or something. We don't know. Maybe that's why he's like kind of passive aggressive, even with like the claws only coming out a little bit. I don't think that's actually anything about being drunk. I think that's more of he's hesitant to use his claws. He almost swore away the Wolverine role, and he's half the man he used to be in a sense, if that goes by. Now, the next part I want to talk about is the whole, trust me, kid, I'm no hero, Wolverine says, but he's kind of bloody, beaten up, and his sleeves are ripped off. So obviously in that, I don't believe it's a flashback. I think he's sitting down and he's either talking to Deadpool or he's talking to a new Laura cameo, because apparently X-23 is rumored, but it's not his Laura. Now, what I'm thinking is one of the biggest things is his Laura died, and he feels horrible about it. He's been building up this family and obviously kind of learning along the lines of Logan and whatnot, because it's still a variant of Logan. Now, we don't know the timeline of when this is taking place, but the part where Deadpool's like, I don't know anything about saving worlds, but you do. I feel like this entire movie is Deadpool trying to cheer Wolverine up to regain his structure so he's strong for Secret Wars. Let's look at that real quick. I feel like right here is when Logan starts building up his character. If you can see also, Deadpool has the gold Desert Eagles, which he assumedly got from Chadpool, because the rumor is once he dies, it was the long-haired samurai-looking one. And this is where I feel like he's finally becoming himself again. And this is the start. So in the end, the whole thing I'm trying to say is I feel like it's kind of going the old man Logan route, but obviously they're probably going to change stuff because it's the MCU and they like to do stuff like that. But I think it takes a certain somebody, an annoying loudmouth merc with a mouth, as in Deadpool, to help Wolverine get this and hence become bestest friends. Wolverine, towards the end of the film, I'm assuming that cow will pop up. There's a reason why they're not showing it in the trailer. We don't know why, but obviously more than likely it's because then he's going to become the Wolverine. Right now, he's just some drunk bum who doesn't want to live anymore, who lost his whole universe, who doesn't care about life, and it's going to take somebody who actually cares about their life and somebody who wants more in life to essentially bring him back up. With that being said, let me know what you guys thought. My name is Bretta, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.